Hi everyone, just a little video to give you some information about how to enter pastoral care notes in our new SEQTA program. So this is going to be chapter 1. I'm going to do another chapter about points later on when we go a little bit further down the track. So just to show you around the interface a little bit, so on the left spine, these are called spines, these things on the right and left. This one here is going to be, that's your pastoral care workspace. So if you press this, that will be coming up with these kind of options. And on the right spine is your pastoral care notes. So you would enter notes on the right spine, and on the left spine is where you get all your information and so forth and data about students. So if we want to enter a pastoral care note, we would press the right spine and we would select a student. So I'm just going to type in a student now, say Thomas Mina, who's been helping with chapel things, and I was going to give him a commendation. So if we go into Thomas, you can see you get a category here you can select. Now you can see that I've already set up for, particularly for secondary, but also for use with primary in all ways. These are negative connotations, so these attract a point score of -2. So you can see that a student could have a lot of negative comments there, and that's how we'll keep track of behavioural things. These ones with nothing next to it are neutral and attract a point score of 0. So primary will mainly use these, and you might use them for communication interviews, other pastoral care information that you want to record, or interviews with parents. There's a one in there just to keep details if you have any negative interaction as well. And of course we can adjust these. These are fluid. So down the bottom here you've got positive commendations, and this is what secondary use for their SCAS awards, and this is how we'll keep track of these things. And this will replace our existing honour roll system. The honour roll was a kind of interim measure so that we could keep track of students and in another way while we were changing over to SEQTA. So if I want to go to Thomas and I want to give him a service commendation, I would tick that box and then I would enter the details saying helpful in chapel or something along those lines, etc., etc. And you can add files if you want, and you can see that I have already added this point system. Now you can restrict who you send to notifications to. Now at this stage, I would not be ticking student guardians because we have not got our Parent Engage portal set up yet. So what happens is if we tick that, a parent will just get a note saying your child's got a pastoral care notification, and they'll be on the phone straight away harassing you, so wondering what it's for, which is fair enough. So don't tick that yet until we get the Parent Engage set up so they can actually see what you're writing down about the student. You might like to make sure other people are included in this notification as well. And then you select yourself, or if you're adding this on behalf of someone else, you can do that. And then you would press save. Now I'm not going to save this because I see that Mrs. Mystery has already gone into Thomas's file and given him a special commendation for the exact same reason. And the reason I know this is because I can go out of this section and minimize that and go back over to my pastoral care workspace, and I can get a qualitative analysis or a quantitative analysis. Now qualitative will give me a list of all the information. Quantitative we will use when we're setting up points. So you can see in the quantitative I could jump down and get a list of points later on. But this is not quite finished yet. We're not quite sure how to do that yet. However, if we want a qualitative summary, I might go into, for example, I could choose from this drop-down menu a particular student. I might select Thomas. Or I can go over here and select a whole year group, a junior school, if I do senior school, I can get a various year group. I can select the whole lot if I want. Anyway, and if I select year 8 and press OK, and then I press my go arrow, look, I've got a lovely list of all the things that have been put in, and you can see that, you know, Thomas has got a commendation already with some detail in there from Bella Mystery, and he has already been awarded that kind of thing. So she's listed it as a communication interview. I probably would have given him a commendation, for a cultural commendation for that, because he does this all the time. And so too with Marcus, I guess. So you can see there how that can pan out. And we'll be able to get a list that shows us all of these communications, but not only that, a points update as well, so that we can keep track of our awards. I hope this helps. Thank you.